is the light language forecast and the light language transmission. My name is Sophia Laijo with the Way of the Empower Love. And this year, I've been reflecting on how can I bring something that it really connects you with yourself, with not only the energy that it's alive and that it's entering, and when the light enters into not only the earth but your body and your life, it activates and invites you to see to integrate and process certain vibrations within you, that it can be certain energies, certain situations, certain information. In truth, it's just information. What light language does is that it invites you in the practice of a vibration that is in alignment with love and health, that is in alignment with the true essence of who you are. Also, it invites you to connect with your divine story, with the understanding that you are more than a human being. You are more than this role and your life here right now. That in fact, there's a journey that your soul has, um, that comes through and brings gifts into this life, a history that is within you and alive within you into this life, and that it will continue to evolve in the soul journey of your life after this lifetime. And so I've been tuning in and wanting to deepen into the way that I bring the light language forecast and the transmissions each month. And this month it's coming in this way, and I feel I'm kind of fine tuning into the way that feels in resonance with me, and the most right and true way to share this with you, to share my work and my gifts with you, and also empower your life in the best way, something that you leave feeling empowered and connected and clear and with a full sense of insight and awareness and connection to yourself and life itself in this time on the planet that is ever changing. Things are moving and evolving and changing, and at the same time finding that clarity within yourself through this change, finding your inner stability and what is true and alive for you through this change, while there's change in the world and therefore in your life as well, because we're interconnected with one another. And so it's been this time on the planet, it really has been calling us to connect to what is really alive and important to us, in a way that before was changing actions to change your results. Right now, it's knowing that there's certain things that are not. Doesn't matter how many times your action changes, you're still repeating the same result. So it's coming home to yourself to really begin to see the mindset from what observer are you living your life and creating your life, co-creating with one another. I want to bring an information that keeps coming up, and so to shine light and to bring clarity. So um, one is that, if we are shifting up a way of being, that it's been, if you've been fighting with yourself, or if you've been at war with the world or with a situation in your life, I ask you to drop the fight. It's about really embracing the experience, to come to a place of full acceptance and feel it, dare to feel it, dare to understand why is it there, what is it showing you, and what is the learning for you. Because ultimately, everything in life, it's you facing yourself, because there's nothing outside yourself that it's without your creation, because we are experiencing and seeing and projecting into the world your internal world, whatever you are interpreting and observing, hearing, seeing, there's an interpretation there that creates your own experience, and from that you react, you respond, whatever that is. And so it's coming to this place to really the root, the heart of the matter, your heart of the matter. And so just I feel like January was a time to go inwards, to really clarify who you are, to really sit in a space of connection with yourself, reflection and contemplation of yourself, to really begin to look at certain places where you have ignoring certain things, you have denying certain things, and maybe it's from time, years, and generations, and within your family and your culture. But are things that are coming into the light, and the more light, the more darkness, shadow we're going to see, because the light is shining to those places that we have been either avoiding, denying, repressing, and so on. And this is not, so don't get discouraged, because this is necessary. It's like that dust that has been hiding underneath the carpet for a very long time, and now you're just looking at it, and now it's time to clean it. It's like that wound that's been, you've been covering it, and now you look at it and it's still wounded, because the wound needs to have that air to fully heal. And so there's a place where it's like we're looking at these wounds that had been, in the shadows us, and now they're coming into the light. And so this is a process of expansion. And so if um you had a feeling that you've been going in the underworld, um just now it's time, it's gonna feel, this month it's gonna feel that you are surfacing from that. And you're gonna surface as a new person with new clarity and new insight. And the work sometimes might feel that it's very deep. There is no consciousness to it, and maybe there is a level of consciousness that you consciously have gone and done the work. So this month and this year, it's a lot about has a focus of balancing the feminine and and the masculine energies. A time of what are the structures that are supporting your life, and what are the structures that are not supporting your life. What is your level of commitment to yourself and your life, and what is not the level of commitment. In which ways have you honored your spaces of silence, of action and non-action? And so it's really reflecting and bringing balance to the feminine and the masculine energy, to the human self and the divine self, to the time of silence and reflection and contemplation, and the time of action. And so it's bringing that energy. If it felt like you were in the underground, now there's leveling. It's a new piece in the puzzle that is inviting you to create a little bit of more inner space within you, and you begin to see what it was there. What was that pressure creating, and from where it was created, and now you can begin to feel the release. So throughout this month, I invite you to continue to cultivate your inner security, your inner stability, your inner connection, and coming into your own heart and asking what is right and what is true for me in this moment. As life continues to unfold, forever changing and expanding and evolving and transforming, what is right and true for me, beginning to connect with the wisdom of your heart, with the wisdom of your life, and the intelligence of who you are, because you are larger than this life. You are larger than this experience upon the planet. You are a human being, and you are also a divine being. Your soul journey began many lifetimes, if you put it in that frame. or in that structure of understanding. And so your soul has been developing skills and gifts for throughout time and space, and you hold that within you on top of all the skills and gifts that you have developed in this lifetime. And now is the time to claim your own light and step into that level of radiance and luminosity within yourself in your life for you, for the betterment of your life and the world, for your immediate connections and relationships, and for the world at large. It's a time that, as they were showing me, and my guides were showing me, is that is those tower moments in life where it's like, for example, you've been choosing until today, until this moment, you've been choosing and living in stress, in high stress, because of your work. Your body has been telling you certain things that, through aches or hypertension, you've been noticing the messages that your body is giving you. You can feel the stress, but you're not doing anything about it. You continue living that life of high stress, making all those choices aligned to those choices. And so there's a moment in your life that life presents you with this opportunity where you have a wake up call. Perhaps it shows up in a heart attack. And so now you, through that experience, you have that wake up call. Through that wake up call, you begin to analyze and clarify who you are and what is truly important for you in your life. Perhaps the values that you had before that weren't prioritized, now they're prioritized, and you begin to live your life from this place. Perhaps before, or more so now, you begin to spend more time with your family. Perhaps you begin to reduce the amount of time in your work. Perhaps you change that high stress job forever and you move to something that is more aligned in your heart and creates expansion and enjoyment and passion. And so this is what is happening globally. And through those changes, there's a process of an existential crisis. I do believe in the world we had not only a heart crisis of not being in the heart, being managed and focused and valuing the logic and the intelligence versus the heart. And I also believe we had a deficit and a crisis in spirituality, a spiritual crisis in the world where we detach completely from spirit, from our energy, and from that everything is animated through light, through energy and light. That everything through that medium is information, and that we are part of this greater whole. So part of this time, I do believe, and you'll see it mainly because of the work that I do. This is from my own perspective, and please take whatever in all this video, whatever is resonating for you, take it, and whatever doesn't resonate, just drop it and let it go. I do believe we're in a time of re-earthing ourselves back into the larger body of the earth, and we'll continue to see how you are transforming in your life and clarifying who you are, going through this process of, awakening and making new choices and choosing again, and redefining the life and who you are and what is in alignment, what is right and true for you, and what do you know to be true for you from your own inner knowing, through your experience and from your intuition, that larger knowing that some things come and you know something and it doesn't matter. There is no logical explanation. You know it to be true for you, within you. And so this is the place of that life. I believe life is calling us to move from and forward and begin to create from this place. So all structures need to come down and will continue to come down as new as we begin to birth a new as the new is emerging. And there is no it's just like being a mother. Like, you don't know. You know what the idea of being a mother and what it would be for you to be a mother and what you would want for you to be a mother. And then you learn as you go. So this is the process that we're going through. And so to bring back that example of, like, if you lived in a stressful life and then something, you have an experience that it's a wake-up call and to make new choices, we are going through this globally. So there's a dissolution of what you've been identifying yourself with, and there's an existential crisis that happens there. But it's also an opportunity that is happening because it's an opportunity where there's an ego self or an identification self that is in dissolution, is dissolving. And so it's an opportunity to really connect with the truth of who you are, and from that place making new choices in your life that are in alignment in what is true and important for you. And so it's not about fighting against this. It's not fighting against yourself, fighting against the change, or fighting against or being at war with the outside world. It's about the recognition that we are in relation with one another, that anything that is happening is you facing yourself. So that's why coming home to yourself, to your own understanding and the deepening of the relationship with yourself is so important, and why coming to the heart, it's a really key piece in this process that we're going through collectively. And so when we come to this place that knowing that whatever you're facing is you facing yourself, and that everything that is happening around you, it's you in relationship with life, not in fighting with life, not at war with life or yourself. It's a relationship. You can bring balance and you begin to understand that you are an extension of all, that that extension of all is you as well. And so something that I want to bring to close is that coming back to this balance, that it's not about anymore if you're experiencing sadness, going, the solution is, oh, I just want to be happy right now. Then I'm sad, I just want to be happy right now. No, it's about knowing there's a balance in it, that your natural state of being is well being, your natural state of being is grace, it's grace. And so, in that space of grace, by creating a inner space within you, you know that the sadness is bringing you something, that the happiness is teaching you something, the sadness is invoking something within you, perhaps a new way of being. It's calling through perhaps your vulnerability, to be with yourself in vulnerability, and the joy is calling you to be in expansion and in action and connection with what is alive within you and what feels alive for you. And so it's not about denying one or the other, it's embracing them both. As you accept them, you are embracing them, you are able to live through them, and then receive the nourishment of the experience. But when you receive the nourishment of the experience, you grow in consciousness, you grow as a human being. And this is what is happening. We are becoming more or developing our emotional self, and in that, the key too is integrating our spiritual self and the heart, that for so long it has been discouraged and in a way diminished and disconnected from our everyday living and from our everyday life. And today is the peace and is a way moving forward, is a way of empowered love. So I hope you have a beautiful February. I will see you next month, and please share your comments and share how you are doing, and if there's anything that you would like to hear, share yourself here through this medium. I am here for the service of our own expansion and our own connection and our own growth and evolution. So please do share. So have a beautiful month, and I see you next month. Bye bye. So I want to finally invite you to February 1st. On Tuesday, we begin Awaken to the Language of Your Soul. It's a 9-week light language training. It's a beautiful experience where you are able to speak, to sign, to sing, and to write light language. It deepens your connection with your divine nature, and it also works in really setting the vibration of love and your divine true essence in your life. And you begin to shift in the perspective that you are a human being, also a divine being. So awaken to the language of your soul. It's a beautiful, beautiful journey. And so on Monday is the last day that you're able to register. I kept the early bird price investment due to the time that we live in. So the 9 weeks we meet every Tuesday from 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. and 375 Canadian. And we connect via Zoom, and it's a beautiful energy that we create together. And so, as I said, Monday is the last day that you can register. And on March 4th, Friday, March 4th, I am doing another Council of All Beings and Sound Healing Journey with Matthew Kostal, cosmic throat singer. His music is powerful and amazing, and this is an invitation of re-earthing ourselves with the earth, becoming one with the energy of the earth, becoming back into coherence with ourselves and nature, and bring that consciousness to the earth. And as you bring that consciousness to your own self, to your own internal world, you emit that energy around you. So as we do this work, there's a reweaving, that you're reweaving yourself back to the web of the earth. And in that, there's also a reweaving in your mental and emotional, physical and spiritual level as well. There's a sense of healing, of coming home to yourself, to this energy of the earth, and being in harmony and community and connection with all beings here of the earth. Um, at the same time, acknowledging that we are all in service to life, and it's a beautiful experience. And I invite you to come and join us if you haven't had the experience before. And Matthew is amazing at what he does with his music and the potency of the transmission he shares. And so that's Friday, March 4th, and that's 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific time. And as always, I'm doing one-on-one coaching and light language healings as well. And I'll see you next month. Have a beautiful month, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Ishnik iratuaya nalay. Onia tua endua amakroham. Inia tua era tua shina walay kua hamad ya intia uamayay. Onia tuya la wayara ya te ya payaka yai. Yai tia kuala te aho. Iriana te ya koisha ya lia te ya ya tia ya ya tia i. Uatayare tayare ania hopa ho ya o la ya Rahiane. Shumpa ia krakia halai. Uria tuaneyo. Taking a deep breath in into the heart. Pakia kurayana ta yala yala yala. Rutu yala ta ya alia ya alia ya ho. Kurayana ya to ya wa. Vaya he yo. Riana ya ta ya ha. Yale yo. Unia ho, unia ho. Unia ho watayahu, unia ho unia, oh mahia taya, mahia taya, oh pahia oh. Ina taya oh prayale taya, nia ya taya oh mahia kaya. Iniashina tayakoya ohuala. Ariatena tu akuayale tayana omaya o payala yale o payala omaka. Iniayakia ya tayawo prayuana tayakaya yaho. Umahena, inahena, unahena, unahena, unahum. Ayeko payala tayala he, inaya taya shahi, arayana taya hamma oyelo. Taking a deep breath in into the heart center. Beautiful, beautiful. And just want to close that, bringing your full presence into your heart center, activating the light within your heart, grounding deep into the heart of the earth, becoming one in this resonance, and tuning into the heart of the universe, the sacred heart of the universe, recognizing that you are it. And that is within you. So bringing down the sacred heart of the universe into your own sacred heart, and bringing upwards the heart of the earth into your own sacred heart. And from there, tuning in into your own inner stability, inner security, inner balance, inner peace, well-being, grace. Have a beautiful month. Bye-bye.